watched what? I mean, I had it open. I don't know how much I was. I was popping it. I popped it like an hour before you ended, and it was like, we gotta wrap this up. We gotta move. And there was still like another hour. Not necessarily that it has to be Hanukkah themed. It's just a franchise to watch on The machines and Transformers fought the Nazis. Don't forget. It was the one with Anthony Hopkins. I think so. Yeah, I think it was. It was the one with the robot butler. So I'm pretty sure that was the fifth one. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to the opening. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Digital Beatdown. I am your host, Scott, and with me as always is Mac.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's your big boy. It's the big boy Matt Poole. How's it going?
It's the big boy Mac.
Still playing games more than my ex-wife now.
Okay, all right.
You are so bad at imitating me. You really gotta work on that.
Imitation is flattering.
Also with us, Mac, is we've got Elfie here. How you doing, Elfie?
Hello. I'm doing. How's everybody doing this evening?
Doing well. Cool. And tonight we've got three fighters, which is different than usual. So we've got Leo. How you doing, Leo?
Hello, doing good.
We've got John. And we've got Trill.
Yo, what's up?
All right, so we are going to be doing typical Gamer Grudge, we're not doing Gamer Grudge, typical Digital Beatdown. 5 questions. Each question is broken down into 5 phases, or 4 phases. Yeah, 5 phases. The intro phase, you think I'd know this by now. We got the intro phase, which is where you guys just state your answer. We got our declaration, where you guys lay out for a minute why your answer is the best. Phase 3 is the titular beatdown, where you guys just go at it for 3.5 minutes. Phase 4, you got we give you either an extra question or we give you a minute to rebut. And phase 5 is cleanup, fact checking, and our verdict.
That is true.
And the point will be awarded to the best argument, and not based on our personal bias.
Nope.
Right, Mac? No bias.
No bias. No. None at all. What? No.
All right. So
Also,
Mac, do you know what
wanna
bias means? Let's maybe get a refresher.
I want to iterate on this. This is, guys, tonight there will be a champion crowned. So there will be a champion of this show crowned.
first time.
By the
hearing
way,
that.
in the chat, Mrs. Scott, just because I'm not there doesn't mean you get to mess up. You're the host, damn it.
I mean, I can't help that. All right, are you guys ready to fight it out?
Yep.
All right, cool. So let's get going with question 1.
Okay.
So wait,
Get
Mac,
it up.
I talk to you. I go to you, right? I go to your.
Yeah, you just click on
alright.
me and I'll have it.
There we go.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Should have you pinned.
Question
now.
1.
They can still hear us though, because you're yeah. So
Everything
might
is
as
what
well-
silent for a second, so like, did I lose connection?
There we go. Okay, who is the best champion in film? That is our first
Alright.
question. Let's move this pen.
So, the way I got it is John Leo, and then Trill.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll start with John.
Best champion in video games in film is, of course, Captain America.
Captain
There
America,
goes America's ass right there.
played by Chris Evans in the MCU. All right, and you said Trill was next, right?
Leo.
All right,
Oh,
Trill.
I chose Creed.
No, look, Leo.
Oh, Leo
I'm
was
supposed to
next?
go
Oh, my bad.
next.
Dude, sorry.
But my
Sorry,
pick
missed.
for best champion film, I went with Hercules from the Disney movie Hercules from 1997.
Disney's Hercules, about to be remade in live action for some reason.
Yeah, we
Yes,
don't know why.
I know about that.
Yes.
And now,
And now, Trill, I apologize.
Creed is my answer.
Creed. Adonis Creed from the Creed film series. There. that was a great clip you chose, man.
great outfit. That,
I love that.
that run it, like, yeah, run it. You go run it.
All right, Elfie, do we got a minute on the clock?
I do. Let me know when you're ready for me to start.
All right, John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, whenever Elfie lets you go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Captain America, honestly, the best champion in all film. He started off, obviously, we know the story. He's Steve Rogers. He wanted to be in the military. He flunked out. He was 4F. But then he took a super serum and became the super soldier known as Captain America. So he fought the Nazis, which are already a plus for him. But then he got stuck in the ice for a few decades and got thawed in modern times. So he lost everything that he had, and so he had nothing to do but give himself to his country and the ideal of truth, justice, and the American way. And honestly, just such an amazing arc for him throughout the whole, throughout all the movies. And the scene in Endgame where he picks up Mjolnir, just one of the most iconic scenes I've seen in the theater. Like, everybody was cheering. That doesn't happen. It happened here because Steve Rogers, we knew he was
Time.
All right. Leo, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I picked Hercules from the Disney movie Hercules as I see that his combination of like his heroic qualities, his growth, and watching him rise from like an obscure teenager and then become like this god-worthy hero I see as well empowering and even inspiring in some cases, as his journey of self-discovery and his moral integrity and willingness to sacrifice himself, like almost getting himself killed. I see him making him the ultimate champion in film. And he's also a much better Superman than Man of Steel. That's it.
That's 1 full second.
Alright.
Done. All right.
And Trill, are you ready?
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool.
All right. 3,
I don't know what's on my camera.
1, go.
I chose Creed because I feel like he is the best champion in all film. his 3-movie arc not only describes like a classic champion, but has a lot of subtleties and nuances, not just based off of gender, but also his race to be a black man that comes up from nothing and still has to do with who his father is or isn't, and then to in the end have to really push away someone that was a childhood friend to separate yourself is a hallmark in the black community. And I couldn't think of a movie that more spoke to me in the championship spirit I hold inside myself, and that's why I chose Creed.
Got 25
And
seconds left.
all right, that's my turn.
All right.
All right, cool. All right, are you guys ready to fight this one out?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Elfie, do we got 3.5 minutes on the clock?
We do.
All right. Tell them when they can go.
3, 2, 1. Have at it.
Hercules is
Can I just
yeah.
first start off him just grabbing a tornado titan and sucking up the titans and throwing them into space where they combine and explode in space? Do Captain America and Adonis 3 can do any of that?
No, because he's a real person.
Adonis is a real person? You do realize that Creed is a movie, right?
Well,
Yeah,
they're
but it's
all-
based
they're
off
all-
of like
they're all movies,
it's
but
actually a
yeah,
real
they're
person.
from a
In
cartoon.
fact,
Hercules
all
is
of our
a
choices were
cartoon,
based off movies.
and Captain America
You know,
is
fiction.
a cartoon. Like fiction is fiction. There's non-fiction, there's super fiction, then there's sci-fi fiction. So we can determine.
And when it
there's
comes to
levels
super
this
fiction,
shit.
mine's a more
What
super.
I'm saying
In fact,
is,
my
your
Hercules was
shit
able to
could
take on a
never possibly
Colossus,
happen. There
to
was
take on
never
a
Greeks, there was
Cyclops,
no such thing as
despite not having
gods.
any
No
powers
one
when he
has
got
super
his powers
strength.
drained. You
No
forgot about
one
that
controls
scene?
tornadoes. The only thing real about your
Yeah,
movie
he threw
was
a
them black women
tornado.
harmonizing and singing at the same time. Everything else was an absolute ass. And Captain America, I'll give it to you, it is a fiction kind of folklore about like patriotism. So that could be your best champion, but what did he win?
He
Didn't. Captain didn't win shit.
He saved all of. He saved.
He
the
didn't save
whole known
shit.
Universe.
Well, guess what? Hercules
He
not only
didn't
saved
save
everyone in
shit.
Greece, he also made death his bitch by literally getting Meg's soul from the underworld and putting it back into her
He
body.
didn't make death his bitch. He was a simp.
Yes,
for
he
May the
did.
Holy Day.
Oh no! He beat James Woods. Oh no! Oh man, that's such.
He was a simp the whole movie. And to be fair, Captain, in my opinion, my humble opinion, he gave a good fight, joined the military, came from nothing, became a strong man, super awesome. Still didn't get the girl, still died in ice, and still
He
never
did
My
get
character
the
at least
girl.
got the
He
girl.
he got the girl in the end. That was his whole. Reward for a life served. That
No, you
after
said
he took
Captain
that
America. You
stones,
didn't
he
say
got
which
big and
movie.
got
You
with
talking about
pigs.
Captain America throughout like all of Marvel history, like through all the MCU, like
We're not
from first
talking
Captain
about.
America
We're not
to-
talking about everything else. We're talking about Captain America in the MCU and his rise throughout his rise. His
I don't think he's the best champion in the
accepting
MCU.
that
I
he
would
made
say
wrong
I would
decisions
say that
sometimes.
Star-Lord was
Well,
a better
it-
champion than the MCU. Star-Lord at least like had a dance off and saved the planet. I don't remember Captain
He
America
saved
1v1
eight-
and
he
saved the
saved
planet.
eight
As for
Sorry.
Captain America, he
Rogers,
already
no-
starts
I
off as
do
a
not remember
morally
Captain America
untreatable
going
person.
against
half the universe.
And in
Steve Rogers
comparison to
helped lead that.
Hercules, like
I remember
Hercules
him
like
losing
grows
to his
into
best
his
friend.
role. Hercules
I remember
overcomes
him
his
stabbing his
self-doubt,
best
even the
friend in the
social
back
rejection he went
because
through.
his other friend killed his mama and daddy. I remember that.
How do you wait? So he stabbed his best friend in the back. How? Which best friend are we talking?
Okay, so you're completely cool with your homie knowing that your other homie killed your parents and he didn't tell you?
That kind of makes
The fuck?
Captain America an awful person.
That's wild.
He-
That's
he-
some wild
he-
shit. That's some wild shit.
and it's
for
part of what
America's
he had to
hero.
fight with. It's part of the fight. That he knew there was problems, but he also knew that Bucky wasn't. He didn't just up and say, "Well, hey, I'm Bucky. I'm going to go kill stuff." He got brainwashed into the Winter Soldier.
I agree that there was
a lot
some
of moving
nuance to it,
pieces
but
to
you
that
can't
whole
text Tony.
complication.
You can't call Tony's phone and be like, "Hey, man, I think I figured out who did it into your parents. You're not gonna like who it was, but I want to tell you when I know." Come on, you gotta be a more solid friend than that. If you
Now,
tell
let's just throw out stuff without having all the solutions or anything like that. He had to figure it out. He's not just going to tell Tony, "Oh, hey, by the way."
Oh, instead of just
Time.
telling Tony. Oh, okay.
I'm telling him, bro. I'm calling him. I'm texting. Hey, let my friend think.
All right. Interesting fight. Interesting round. Anybody got a question? Mac, Elfie?
Okay, what was the most triumph of your champion moment? Your champion done. What was the moment of that? Their most triumphant moment? Because both of these have plenty of triumphant moments. Is that a good question?
So you're at like what their most heroic moment is? Is that what we're?
Well, what's their what? Not heroic because we're talking about champions here.
Okay, so
What
like,
was their most moment where they did it? Like they finally did it. You know.
this is
What was
why I
that?
question this question, Mac.
I get it. I get it.
Okay. What? Yeah, like what makes them a champion?
Yeah. There we go.
I mean, I feel like one of these answers is going to have a very clear response.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, are we going to go with that, Mac? Is that
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna go with that. Yeah.
all right? So, guys, what makes this person a champion? Okay, let's start with John. I'll give you a minute, and Elfie, let him know when he can go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Obviously, it comes down to being able to pick up Mjolnir. At the end, it's a 10-year build up. You're just waiting for it to happen. You get the tease in Age of Ultron, but finally in Endgame, it's revealed that yes, he can pick up Mjolnir because in fact he is worthy. It's not about strength. It's not about heroics. It's about your level of character. And Steve Rogers, Captain America, had such a champion character to him that he could pick up Mjolnir, and that's a moment I'll never forget in the theaters. As everyone cheered when he finally picked up the hammer, Thor shitting himself like I knew it, and then him just whooping ass on Thanos. That's what makes him a champion. To be worthy of a tool of the gods.
All right.
Done.
Sorry, stepped on you a little bit there. Leo, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, Elfie, let him know.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm going to go with the part where he nearly sacrificed his own life to save Megara by diving into the river Styx, and he starts to like rapidly age while he's trying to retrieve her soul. And that's when he's like almost dead. Like that's when he like becomes a god, as he's willing to risk his life to save someone else, and that pretty much just like embodies the heroism that he was trying to achieve. And that's what I think is best part about like the champion for him in that film. That's all.
Okay. And Trill, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
3, 2, 1, go.
Champion, noun. A person who has defeated or surpassed all rivals in competition, especially in sports. Second definition. A person who fights or argues for causes on behalf of someone else. A champion of women's rights. A historical knight who fought in single combat on behalf of a monarch. Because apparently some people don't know what the fuck a champion is. So, having said that, my character is the only person that battled in sports. We could say that the other people battled in other aspects, of course. But when you think of a champion, you think of a sports hero. His greatest moment was winning the title 3 times and probably overcoming his past, his race, and his lineage to be the man he finds himself as, which I think is very, very more impactful than, lifting a mystical hammer or fighting, Jesus or whatever you want to call him. So that's why I think my guy's a champion. Just so everyone knows.
Done.
All right, fighting Jesus kind of got me a little bit. I like that.
Like,
Okay. Mac. Facts.
all right, let's start off with Hercules, the 1997 film. Yeah, let's talk about the things that Hercules have done. Hercules, I want to quote this, he is a hero. He is a hero. Champion, maybe. Hero. Because his purpose in the film, he's a hero. Yeah, but the feats that he has accomplished are amazing. He did single-handedly took all the Titans. He's right. He took all the Titans, grabbed up, which is practically his grandparents, who Zeus couldn't even defeat. And he did fling them into the space. He flinged them into space where they blew him up. That is facts. That is straight facts. Hercules did that shit. That is a great feat. He also did punch Hades in the face, and he literally threw him. Let's not forget, he did went into a pit. He went down into the pit, and he literally went to the pit. Basically, Hades went in there to get Meg's soul. And Hades told him, you are going to die if you go in there. Hades knew what was going to happen. He went down there and became a full-fledged god. So he technically did die. So he turned into a god. That's basically what he did. He was like mortal. He gave up his mortal being to become a god. So technically it's a feat, but whatever. All right, Captain America. We're going with the MCU Captain America because Captain America has so many different feats and different versions. So we're going to Captain America. Captain America was worthy enough to wield Mjolnir. This is facts. He was worthy. He was worthy. This is facts. Sorry, people, if you've not watched Endgame, he picked up the hammer. He also even before he gained Mjolnir, he did technically literally held Thanos back a little bit. He had enough strength to hold Thanos back, so that man was super strong. He also did, I want to say in the movie, he did kind of fought the Hulk and did fought him a little bit, and he still technically got his ass whooped. But
Mac, you're doing fact checks, not your opinions.
But that's a fact check. Now let's go ahead and go to Adonis Creed, the person that I had fun looking up. Okay, so Adonis Creed, 2-time heavyweight champion as of Creed 3, professional boxer, but he retired, businessman now. Now here's the interesting thing: he was a lightweight, cruiserweight, then he went to heavyweight. Total fights: 28 fights, 27 wins, 26 knockouts, 1 loss. 1 loss. Those are my facts.
Okay, good facts. All right, let's. We might as well start with you, Mac, since we're talking.
Trill. Let's go ahead and start with the reasons. Okay, so Hercules, hero. I wouldn't consider him a champion, but a hero. You're damn right, he's a fucking hero. We're talking about heroes, he would win because he did a lot of great things. So I had to eliminate him out of this. Captain America. While he is a hero, I wouldn't consider him a champion too. Also, he did break a lot of laws. And he did technically harbor a person that killed somebody else's mother. If we're going by the MCU in Winter Soldier, so that's fact.
For America.
There was no fucking American.
America, fuck yeah.
So, I fucking hate you for this. Because technically you're the only one that picked a fucking champion, and when I went to his feats, he only got one technically. He only got 1 fucking waltz, and that was a technicality. He literally fought. He fought Pretty Boy, and he fought him all the way. He fought him to. It literally was not it was a split decision. So, I'm going with Trill on this one. Fuck you, Trill.
All right. It's interesting considering you vetted the answers. But all right. Elfie, who do you think won this one?
I know it was the animated version. I think I'm going to go with Leo and Hercules. He literally went 0 to hero. Think about all the different things he had to fight. Not just anybody can beat that many Titans, much less just one. He beat multiple Titans. That's saying something.
All right, so we got 1 for Hercules and 1 for Creed right now. So, what do I think? All right, I think they all fit the definition, one of the 2 definitions of the word champion. I think I think you could say that Captain America is a champion for America. You know, in Hercules is a champion for, you know, the gods, or, you know, he's championed plenty of stuff, whatever it is. I think the biggest knock against Captain America is that he betrayed Iron Man.
Damn right he did.
That's a pretty rough thing. Being worthy of Mjolnir is one thing, but also, you know, the gods are fickle bitches. Yeah, so this came down to Hercules and Creed for me. And I guess I do feel like Creed kind of works for both definitions more than the other characters, more than Hercules. Because he is a champion, obviously, in the sports sense, but he's also, you know, like Trill was saying, he's a champion for his race and all other kinds of, you know, outside of the ring.
So Rocky beat cancer.
He's a champion against cancer.
Tell Rocky beat cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't.
He's overcoming his father's legacy. He's got a lot of other things.
Now we're giving belts for beating cancer.
I think we should.
You saw Creed. He was fighting for Rocky.
That's more worthy than giving a belt for Gamer Grudge.
Did he punch a cancer?
Man, Rocky beat fucking cancer. I would cry. You're gonna tell me, John? You're not gonna tell me you cried during Creed. I kind of cried. I cried.
He didn't beat cancer in the ring. That was one of his outside champions.
Wait,
I didn't cry during Creed, but that doesn't mean it wasn't a touching moment.
Good moment for me. I liked it.
I mean, it is a good moment, but I wasn't tearing up during that.
Good movie, but yeah, I'm going with Trill on this one also.
I hate
I see we hate America. Okay.
Well, I don't know that I'd champion for America at this moment in time.
You guys as champions, you guys, for the second definition of a champion, both Captain America and Hercules apply. But you guys wouldn't beat me if I read the full dictionary definition of a champion, because I felt like you would need to do both. And that's what my argument was. It wasn't just that he was a great fighter.
Your argument was
he also fought for like
punching.
civil rights and the rights of himself as a man. Like,
Go into the literal definition.
How many belts did you get for that? For a definition of a man. So you only got belts for in boxing, and so that was 2 belts.
Well, it's just like Captain America's story. You know how Captain America had to find himself as a person and as a man, and then the type of man he wanted to be, and then he was worthy of Mjolnir. That's a great journey. It just so happens on that journey he decided to betray fucking Tony Stark, and I decided to bring that up. So
Tony Stark deserved to get betrayed.
All right, guys. Trill won the point. Let's go on to question 2. We got 4 more questions.
You want to talk about what's in the chat?
Oh yeah. Let's go. What's going on in the chat? We got a decent chat going tonight, guys.
Mrs. said she's still on Mr. Miyagi. He was like 2 feet tall and beat everyone. This is wait a minute, Liu Kang. I said another good choice there.
Liu Kang's a video game.
Yeah, movie. We're not talking about that fucking film.
Captain Hood said poor Kung Lao.
Leo, they're rated R, so you might not be ready to watch those yet, but.
And then also,
you do know one of my choices is Black Christmas, right?
You could have wikied it.
Captain Hood's other comment was, "Shut up with your damn dictionary definitions. Don't kill me. I'm just the messenger." Neutral.
Fair.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Yes.
All right. Let's move on to question 2.
All right. Let me get that up for you. Give me a second.
Well, I'm pinning you, so it's all on your face right now.
All right, gotcha. Question 2.
Here, you read this one, Mac.
With Mac's face.
You want me to read it?
You might as well.
All right, cool. So, guys, we want to know one question. We want to know this one question. So, we would like to know what film that haven't had a theater release, that had a home release, should get a theater release.
What direct-to-video film needed a theatrical release?
There we go. Yeah.
Shouldn't have asked you to read.
Yeah, you shouldn't. That was a bad idea. Alright, so it's the next one up, so that means it's going to be Leo, then Trill, then John.
Okay. Leo?
It was a toughie for me, but I picked Scooby Doo on Zombie Island,
Scooby Doo on Zombie Island.
the very first direct to DVD. I would say very first, but like one of the first.
Early Scooby Doo direct to video movie. All right.
Is that your answer?
Yep, that is my answer.
All right, cool.
All right. And then we're going to Trill.
Justice League Flashpoint is my answer.
Justice League Flashpoint. Adaptation of the comic book storyline. I believe that was, 2013?
I guess that's the one. That's the one that popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gift.
Okay.
Yeah, Batman looking
Just-
depressed as fuck.
I mean, that's Batman's dad.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. He's fucked up.
He's fucked up.
And John.
Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland. Nick Cage doing a Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is that your movie?
That is
That's
it.
my movie.
Look at him plunge that animatronic.
Alright.
All right. So, Leo, are you ready to tell us why Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is deserved a theatrical release?
Yes.
All right. Elfie, do we got a minute on the clock?
We do.
All right. Let
3,
him know when he's good.
2, 1. Go.
So the reason why I picked this movie is because looking back on it, it's kind of like one of those dark supernatural movies that should have been like on theaters, like along with other like dark supernatural films like Coraline or Paranorman. It's different from the other like Scooby-Doo cartoon, the Hanna-Barbera one, as it's a dark supernatural horror that you would see like in a PG movie theater. It's a much darker tone, and it has some pretty good moments when it comes to scares. It has good animation for the time compared to the old cartoon, and the darker elements made it stand out in the franchise. And I thought it would have been a perfect candidate for the big screen. And that's my answer, because I don't know how much time I have left.
About 15 seconds.
All right, then releasing on the big screen would have honored the creative risk that it would have taken, and it would have been a good cinematic experience. That's it.
All right.
Trill, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Okay, so this movie definitely should have been released, not to DVD, but in theaters. And honestly, if it's not, it is an animated movie. If no one's ever seen it, it's simply the story of Barry Allen getting duped to go back in time to, he ends up going to an alternate reality where Aquaman and Wonder Woman are at war with each other, and that war is consuming the entire planet. And there are multiple things that are different, like Superman didn't land in Smallville, he landed in Metropolis. These small changes make a huge impact on who is good, who is bad. Like Lex Luthor is actually a good person in this movie. I think this would have been the perfect way to replace the Flash movie that came out. You could have done it live action, although the question does specifically say 1 for 1, so I know it's animated. But if you just do this exact plot line live action with the same characters and actors that you had in the DC live action before, it would fix the DC perfectly, and we wouldn't need James Gunn.
All right. And John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Go.
All right, Willy's Wonderland. If you haven't watched it, they kind of touched on it. It's Five Nights at Freddy's, but it was actually a better movie than the Five Nights at Freddy's that they made. Fuck that movie. But Willy's Wonderland has Nick Cage. That's in. He gets sent in to clean a showbiz place with animatronics. All the animatronics are possessed and trying to kill him. He gets rid of all the traditional tropes and just beats the ever-loving shit out of them. It's a great movie that once the other people get in, then it goes back to the tropes. But Nick Cage, fuck that. He wants to beat up shit and doesn't care about your name. So honestly, that's why something like that needed a bigger theatrical release than the limited one that it got. Very limited. It made more money in the through digital. But just a fun action movie that you can watch on a big screen.
Time.
Okay. Now, are you guys ready to fight this one out?
Yep.
You.
All right, Elfie, do we got 3.5 minutes on the clock?
We do.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Have at it, guys.
Well, the way I see it, unlike Flashpoint Paradox and Willy's Wonderland, I think that my pick would have appealed to a much wider audience. The reason why being is that both movies I feel as like a very specific crowd.
I get it, Leo. I get it. You have the Scooby-Doo lunchbox. You got your Scooby-Doo PJs. You're going to be up waiting for Santa and trying to hope you get some Scooby-Doo presents. I get it. It's fine. You can watch this at your little sleepovers. It's going to be a great time.
Well, at least mine stands out, while yours is just like an
how
oddity.
does it
Because
stand
a
out?
lot
It
of times
stands out
I
as
even
another
forgot that this movie was an
Scooby-Doo
actual thing.
What's that?
A lot of times I actually forgot that this movie happened.
Right. That's why it needed a bigger theatrical release than the very limited one that it got. And honestly, I think it would have been great because animatronic horror films are a good rate are all the rage. So put that in there now. Put that in the spotlight and let it get the attention it deserves. Scooby-Doo, I can understand. It has a lot of good mainstream stuff, but it's just another Scooby-Doo movie.
A lot of people might see Flashpoint Paradox as like another DC movie. But in my opinion, DC fans, like people who've never seen or read like that stuff, might be completely confused about what's going on.
And we all know Flashpoint Paradox, if it was made live action, would have been better than the Flash movie.
If it was made live action, you're throwing caveats.
Even the animated, if more people had seen it, I think it'd be better too. I think Willy didn't have a big enough budget, and at the time it came out,
it was
too niche to really attract a large audience.
It was great as is. You throw more.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying about how much can you sell tickets to a Nicolas Cage movie nowadays. There was a time in which you could bet on Nicolas Cage, a time you couldn't.
I mean, while the low budget can be might be charming to some people, I don't know how my appeal to those who
live action Scooby-Doo doesn't do good. Animated Scooby-Doo movies don't do the best in theaters.
And yes,
they don't pop off like Moana.
DC movies have had such a success in theaters.
Pop off like Pixar movies. They don't pop off like them. They don't pop off like Wreck-It Ralph. Nobody hit Scooby-Doo up like they did. Shit, any animated Pixar movie, the Incredibles, they ain't hit Scooby-Doo up like that, so that's why it didn't come out like that.
And the way I see it, Flashpoint Paradox, while it may be a good adaptation, compared to Zombie Island, it had a much more transformative effect on the whole
Flash movie, which is very key to my argument. It replacing the Flash movie.
Once again, you're throwing caveats in. They're like, replace it with this, with this.
And that's for Willy's Wonderland. It's more like a one-off experiment. I mean, might have some more influence to horror, but it's not long-lasting. And we see it pretty much crash and burn with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
That's why Scooby-Doo didn't hit. Ain't no black people in Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that's not going to stop Hollywood from making more FNAF movies and crashing more of that franchise.
You telling me this country's gonna watch a movie, a scary movie, when there's no people of color in it? Come on now. Come on, I can't get down with that. I simply can't. There is no representation in that movie at all. It is trash. And I think it's offensive that you would try to sell it to me.
Time.
What a note to end on. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's all about timing, guys.
Yeah.
Drill's just going to be black shaming us for every argument.
Welcome to it.
All right. Anybody got a question?
If you can't counter it.
Anybody got a question on this one?
Why?
Why?
I'm gonna see if Elfie got one. Elfie?
I'm gonna have to think on that one for a minute.
I think I actually might have one.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you, or just what is the most cinematic moment in your movie? Like, what's the moment that you need to see on the big screen? And we started with Leo on this one, right? So Leo, are you ready?
Oh, well said, Magmum. And
yeah.
Okay.
And Elfie, we're gonna give him a minute. If you're ready.
I gotta say, unfortunately, this is kind of a personal preference thing. What is such a big deal about the animatronics? For some of us,
I thought I was
they
going
are
first with like the.
creepy.
If I was
Just
going
saying.
first with the most cinematic moments, are we doing that or no?
Yeah. I think Elfie was just wondering why animatronics
Sorry.
are scary at all.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're creepy.
Want to do the
Yeah, they
countdown?
are. You been at Chuck E. Cheese?
Mac, I survived Showbiz Pizza.
Fair.
I'm gonna get into Chuck E. Cheese. I survived Showbiz Pizza.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Elfie, do we got a minute on the clock for Leo?
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
I guess I have to go to like the villain's backstory for like how the villain like got that way, and it shows like years ago where people were like having a festival, they were attacked by the pirate Moonscar, and like while the villain was able to get away, I mean her whole village was like led to like this lake, and then you see crocodiles come in, and while they don't show like them getting eaten by crocodiles, I mean you see like the villain's like face and it's like she's horrified, and it's like one of those moments like you would see like a holy crap, that's a dark moment. Like in Paranorman, when you find out that the witch is actually a little girl this whole time and not like a old woman that everyone's been saying that she was. It's like one of those oh damn moments. That's I can think of, and possibly the most like iconic thing I remember.
Cool.
Spoilers.
I mean, we're gonna get some spoilers in this one. Trill,
Set my clock.
are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
3, 2, 1. Yep.
The moment you need to see on the big screen from Flashpoint Paradox is a meeting between Wonder Woman and Aquaman. I think in the movie it's ironically enough a flashback in a movie about a flashpoint. Don't you love that? But it really lets you know like they actually fell in love. Like they really loved each other, and it was fucked up because Aquaman was married to Queen Mira, and then Wonder Woman had to kill Queen Mira because Queen Mira came to check her on some woman to woman type shit. So then she wore Queen Mira's crown. And at the end of the movie, when Aquaman's like, "Why did you wear a crown?" She's like, "Because that bitch came from my head. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, not go heads up with her? She can control water. She's a water bender. You just want me to, like, sit there and talk to her? I had to take her head off." And that's what started the whole war. All because Aquaman couldn't keep in his pants. He not only lost his kingdom, but destroyed the entire planet. If that ain't what I should have said to my ex-wife doing marriage counseling, I don't know what the fuck to tell
Time.
you. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
John is ready.
3, 2, 1. Yep.
Honestly, all the fights that Nick Cage has with the animatronics are great. But my favorite one is when he's fighting the gorilla in the bathroom. And he just wants to clean the bathroom. He's just trying to get his car fixed. And these guys are fucking up the program. He cleans the mirrors, and then the gorilla just graffitiing over him, just taunting him, and just being a big dick about it. Until they just have their big fight in the bathroom, and Nick Cage is having none of that shit. He's like, "Fuck you," beating the piss out of him. And my favorite moment that deserves to be on the big screen is just curb stomping the gorilla, just putting his jaw putting his jaw, I believe, on a urinal, and then just bringing his foot down top of the head, just breaking his jaw, just killing him, and taking care of business. That's my favorite scene in the movie. It's the one that
Time.
big screen.
All right. Mac, you got
Okay.
any facts?
I got some facts. Funny thing. Well, we all know about Willy's Wonderland. Willy's Wonderland basically got top billing to Nicolas Cage because he was the top billed actor. But one thing about this film is Nick Cage did believe in this film, and he actually, I want to say he produced the film, and he took less. I don't know if he took less money. I'm trying to look up the fact about it because I heard about this. He took less money for this film just to do the role, and I think it was his advice. It was on his role was he gave the advice that I should not be speaking in this role, which is something interesting because it's action shows. So that's one thing about this film. But one thing about here's the thing: Zombie Island and Scooby Doo, Zombie Island and Flashpoint both have some star power. So Flashpoint has Michael B. Jordan and Carl Ellis and Kevin Conroy. Yeah, if you don't know who Kevin Conroy is, fuck you. Nathan Fillion is in this film. He's voice acting in this film. Ron Perlman is Slade Wilson Deathstroke. He's in this film. So there's a lot of people in this film. If I have named you, I'm apologizing, but there's that. And Zombie Island, Adrian Badil is in this film. Is voice acting in this film. Also, Billy West. If you don't know who Billy West is, he's a famous one. Frank Weller, of course. Mark Hamill is in Zombie Island. Those are facts in this film. So as far as Rotten Tomatoes, we do is a rotten, it doesn't help the barometer. Zombie Island is at an 89, Flashpoint is at 100, and Willy's Wonderland is at a 61. But the audience score is at a 67. So it's fresh. All these films are fresh. Willy's Wonderland was made on a budget of $5 million, which is very, very low in today's standards. I do not have a budget on Flashpoint. I also do not have a credited budget. Let me check this again. I don't have a credited budget for how much Zombie Island was. Zombie Island is getting a potential. There was a talk of a potential sequel. There was a standalone sequel, Return to Zombie Island, which happened, and that sequel happened, but it was only Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, sadly, in that film. But Willy's Wonderland is getting a possible sequel. They're talking about getting a possible sequel. They do have a script out for Willy's Wonderland. That is going to happen. We do not know what's going to happen, but it is announced that it's actively being discussed. Runtime for each of these films are below. Willy's Wonderland is 88. Flashpoint is 81.
Back.
And
Landed.
Zombie Island is at 77.
I wanted to see how far he was going to take it. Like, is he going to go to filming locations?
Why you don't let him do that, bro?
I just, for that
Gonna go
one,
to
I
each
wanted-
studio.
Just gonna keep going.
Hey, I'm trying to be Zach as much as possible, but that's what I got.
Zach,
doing a good
Zach
second
didn't
person,
give us
though.
run times.
Yeah, he did. That's what. But
Well, I thought the runtime would be interested in your decision making.
I mean, yeah, as far as theatrical releases go, these would all be pretty
You don't
short.
want you don't want it to be too long, so that's what I was trying to do.
No, but I mean, it would also be, kind of a breath of fresh air if we had an 80-minute
Yeah.
movies
I wanted to
back
make sure you get that. All right, I'll be back. I gotta take a phone call, but
Okay.
just yeah.
Well, we're going to Elfie first then. Elfie, who do you think won this one?
I'm gonna have to go with Leo. I'm a huge Scooby Doo fan.
Elfie, are you still talking? Because you were breaking up a little bit there.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
No, I was saying I'm a big Scooby Doo fan, so I'm gonna have to go with Leo.
Okay. All right. So Leo, you got one there. I guess
I'm right.
Oh, Mac's back. All right. Well, we'll end with you since we started.
You want me to
with
go?
Last time. No, we started with you last time, so we'll end with
Okay,
you. on this
okay.
one.
I can go if you don't.
No, it's cool. It's cool. No, we're doing it in order, Matt. Come on.
No, it's okay.
There's got to be an order to this.
No. I understand. Yeah. No problem, man.
Now, I have not seen Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. That's the only one of these three that I haven't seen. I like both Willy's Wonderland and Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. And as much as I agree that if we were replacing the Flash movie, it would 100% be better than the Flash movie that we got. I don't know if within the parameters of the question I can take that into account. I think we have to go with just the movie, and I feel like I heard more about the other two movies as far as like why they deserve to be theatrical. So it came down to those two for me, and I think the thing that clinched it for me was John mentioned that Willy's Wonderland got a limited theatrical release, which is pushing Scooby-Doo over the edge for me, as far because it deserved. It's the one that deserves a theatrical release, and that one didn't get one. So I'm going with Scooby-Doo also on this one. That's my long-winded way of saying that. Mac,
all right.
What did you
want to hear mine?
I do want to hear your opinion.
Trill, I was not going for yours. The reason why is I feel like with Flashpoint, I feel like Flashpoint is a story that shouldn't get a theatrical release because it's so convolutedly crazy, and there's so many moving parts.
I just want to say I would love it to get a theatrical release.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying I don't feel like it could work because it just works as there's too much pressure to put it at a theatrical release because you got to put it. I feel like that works as a standalone DVD sale because it works better. It works as a DVD sale. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's a good film. It just works better as a DVD than a theatrical release because it doesn't give you all the pressure of all the bullshit that you had to put in a theater. So that's why I'm not picking you. It's not the fact it's a bad movie. It's not a bad pick. I feel like it's just better as a standalone DVD. Zombie Island, I have seen Willy's Wonderland. I love Willy's Wonderland. I love Scooby-Doo. Zombie Island. I would have gone with Willy's Wonderland because even though it didn't get a limited release, Zombie Island got a sequel. It got a proven sequel. So it could have got it had a chance to get a theatrical release, and it just didn't do it. So I would have gone with John on that one.
Oh, that's fair.
You still can.
Okay, so Leo won that round. So we got one for Trill and one for Leo so far. Are you guys prepared for question 3?
Chat.
Oh yeah, we gotta do the chat. Mac, I'm a terrible host.
Alright, it's okay.
What's the chat saying? Mac, are you looking at the chat or?
Oh, I can look at the chat.
I got it. Okay, we got.
Yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
said, I like Pete getting 5 nuts at Freddy's. Tee. She also added, pretty sure Rob Zombie was involved in Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. Cheryl commented in the chat, Flashpoint to replace the Flash movie would be perfect. What y'all think, chat? Liz said yes, and Cheryl responded with several emotes, so Cheryl X1 love.
I want to point out this one from Mist. Chucky Cheeks.
Yeah, I said that. That's what she wanted me to. She wanted to load that. Also, I want to point out this one. I would have picked Batman Return. You probably thinking I would have picked Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I want Batman Return to the Joker.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm got a theatrical release.
Yeah, I did. That's what I thought. That's why I picked Batman Return to the Joker. That deserves a theatrical release. It deserved it. It was a good film. Great film. I love that film.
The correct answer is whichever Universal Soldier had both Jean-Claude Van Damme and Michael Jai White.
The first one.
It was not the first one. It was a more recent one, and it was awesome.
Why were you talking about? You're talking about the one where he's the villain again.
Yeah. I mean that happened a couple times, Mac.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, let's move on to.
Jean-Claude.
I like Jean-Claude. All right, let's move on to question 3, Mac. Are you ready?
Give me a second. I'll be ready in just a second. I am ready.
Okay, I'm going to pin you.
Question 4.
This is question 4?
We're on question 3.
Yeah, we're doing question 3 now, Mac.
I got it.
Which one is he about to show us? This is question 5, I think, right?
This is question 3.
This is question 3?
Yeah.
Yep, it's 3.
Okay. All right. Who has the most tragic Christmas story in film? See, I knew you were leading people, Mac, with Gremlins. Come on. You're so transparent. I'm glad no one picked Gremlins for this answer.
Look, it's my favorite Gremlin. I love the fucking.
I mean, that's the best Gremlin, but still, like you were leading people with this question.
Look, Gremlins is a funny movie. I love that film. Fuck you.
Okay. Well, we are starting with who are we starting with this time? With Trill?
Trill.
I believe.
Trill,
Yes, Trill this time. All right, Trill. What is your answer?
For the third question is Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way.
My God, kissing somebody's ass.
I mean, this is a great movie.
Yeah, push your ass he's kissing.
All right, and John, what is your answer?
The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus, body horror film starring Tim Allen,
Yeah, well, he's a criminal.
where he is a murderer. and,
Yeah.
and I'm just laughing at the clip that Mac chose.
It's how I feel whenever I hear Leo talk.
I love this one so much.
All right, and Leo, what is your answer?
My pick was Jalux Noel.
Sherlock.
I have not heard of this film.
I mean, you found the perfect image for it, Mac.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay.
crap. I thought I fucked up.
Oh boy. All right, this should be an interesting argument. Do we have a minute on the clock, Elfie? Hello?
Gotta love when my mic decides not to work.
Okay. But you're ready with the clock? Oh, did we lose Elfie again? I think we might have lost Elfie again.
So imagine you a mild-mannered, suburban, Caucasian man, fit as hell, Arnold Schwarzenegger style. You come home and your wife is flirting with the, no beard, neck, chin ass neighbor. Dark hair ass dude. You blonde, your wife is blonde too. So now you gotta go out and get your son some stupid ass Christmas toy. Because apparently you were not a good ass dad. So now you out getting this motherfucking Christmas toy right. Then you gotta run into light-skinned ass Sinbad. You gotta Mortal Kombat fight him. Body slam 2 kids in the motherfucking warehouse. Then dress up as a damn Christmas toy, only to find that your wife is kikiing with the neighbor dude while you out trying to get his motherfucking Christmas present. So now you gotta be the motherfucking soldier type shit, the ultimate person, the superhero, the action figure to prove to your son and to your wife you a good person. You end up having to be with the black man. Turns out he was so goddamn bad. Just imagine.
Oh, you still
She
got
says
10
time.
seconds. Oh, she said time? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
They made this shit up. This is awesome.
All
I should
right.
definitely clip that. That was
Yeah,
probably my best take.
that was solid.
That was awesome.
Okay. John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Elfie, are you there?
Let's hope my mic cooperates this time.
There you are.
Go.
All right, so Santa Claus, Scott, you touched on a little bit. There's a little bit of body horror there, which is unfortunate, but the real curse is that of the Santa Claus itself. Whoever so dons the suit becomes the Santa Claus. The main character, played by Tim Allen, inherits it by killing Santa, unfortunately by accident, but now he's Santa Claus. With that comes the duty of delivering Christmas cheer and all the toys to all the kids, which the movies are very lighthearted, but when you look at the bigger picture, there's actually a darker story to it. If the only way he can be replaced is through death, he is functionally immortal, and he's going to be forced to watch all his loved ones die. He will stay forever a jolly old man, and they will wither away his bloodline, going nowhere. And also, he's forced into marriage.
I love that you got that in at the last second. Forced into marriage. Okay, Leo, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, the Christmas truce that was depicted in Jacques Noel is a rare moment of humanity that went on during World War One. As their soldiers from sides like the French, the Germans, and the Scottish, they pretty much just laid down their weapons just to have a sense of brotherhood with one another. The tragedy lies in the fact that this type of peace, while good, is only temporary, as they're pretty much forced to resume killing each other. But they don't want to kill each other because it's hard to kill someone you called your friend, and I see as much more tragic. But their generals practically force them to start the war again, and those who don't are branded as traitors, and in the grand scheme of things, they're just pawns in this cruel political game. That's it for me.
All right.
All right. It's going to be interesting to hear this story versus something like Jingle All the Way or Santa Claus. But I can't wait to see this argument. Are you guys all ready?
You.
Okay, and Alfie, do we have 3.5 minutes on the clock? Did we lose Alfie again? I think you're on mute.
Elfie, baby, blink twice if you're ready for us to go.
Blink twice.
Go.
Oh.
Thought that was delayed.
Go, guys.
So wait a minute.
So
Wait.
here's the thing: my movie
wait.
shows the tragedy of war, where
Okay,
nations are
slow
pretty
down.
much like.
Big dog, I got you. Now hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. Big
I just
dog,
want to say that the stakes of life and death
Okay,
are
I know,
pretty
I know,
freaking
I'm
big
gonna
when
let
it
you
comes
spit.
to
I'm gonna let
war.
both of y'all spit. Tell the audience what was so tragic specifically about your movie, because I think some of us may be confused. What was so tragic?
All right, then, if you want to know what's tragic, there was like a father that gave like a mass, but then like when he reported to his bishop, he just says like, "Well, we'll steer you on the right path of Jesus Christ," and it's like, okay, well, is that truly the path of our Lord? It just pretty much shows the hypocrisy about like church's stance when it comes during World War One. It's like, oh yeah, let's just ignore Christ's teaching of love and peace and focus on like Christ wants us to kill people, which is kind of like brainwashing, like manipulation.
Welcome to religion.
Okay, I hear y'all. What was tragic about yours?
Know about mine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Obviously the movies are all lighthearted. We're looking at lightheartedness between yours and mine. But mine is it's the knowledge that you are going to, anyone that you knew and loved is going to be going away, and you're just going to be stuck with a bunch of elves making toys, and honestly having the whole weight of goodwill towards men, Christmas cheer on your shoulders. If you fuck that up, you are the one that ruins Christmas. So
Right.
not only do you have to juggle that, but then you have to juggle
It's kind of like being stuck on that ship with Pirates of the Caribbean. You could only come off land, see your girl, and you were stuck on the ship type. I feel you. Yeah, that shit would be fucked up.
exactly, and
fucked
he has to find a girl too. Right? So
Right.
it's like
I would say the
have
thing
to
about
marry
my shit that
someone,
would
or
be
else I
tragic
don't get to be
is-
Santa, and Christmas is ruined.
To say Christmas is ruined. I think that'd be more or less some of my tragedy too. Like not
Didn't
only
the
you
son
get
say at the
divorced-
end of the Santa Claus he's going to the family business? So does that mean he's going to kill his dad?
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty funny.
Deposed.
How was that not horror?
The king is dead. Long live the king.
I'm just saying, you come home and you see your wife chit-chatting with the overly helpful man-tittied ass neighbor, you ain't gonna be pissed if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ain't gonna want to rip a phone book. Then you can't even get mad because then she gonna be like, now you gotta be out in
Okay,
motherfucking
what
holiday
did you do,
traffic
what did he do
looking
to
for a
screw
toy.
that up though? You don't just stray from the path just because
He
you want
don't.
to fulfill
He
heart.
is like, I haven't been to Jamie's karate tournament. I have to redeem myself by getting a plastic toy.
Exactly.
He is a muscle man. He has everything.
I had to
you're-
give it to
What do you do to fuck
consumerism,
when
that
you're a
all up?
parent,
which
when
was
you're a
much better in
dad,
other movies.
when you're a husband, that's as a kid, that movie wasn't tragic. But as an adult, going through a divorce, that shit's tragic to me. That's he
You've been
had
through a divorce?
But
one more
it
bad
doesn't
word, and he was.
have to be. You're getting out of a bad situation at that point. You should be happier with that. Yes,
But think about everything he had to do to stay in his stupid ass. He had to dress
that he
like a
chose
giant
to do.
motherfucking
That
toy,
he
bro.
chose
Time.
to do.
That's a tragedy. That tight ass suit he had on.
Oh boy. All right.
I just will let the neighbor fuck.
All right. Does anybody got a question for this one?
So, so we heard a lot of stuff. I need some clarification here because I don't know if you said it in your argument or not. But what was the moment of that made your character like, wow, this is tragic as fuck?
It's like, what's the saddest moment?
Yeah.
All right. I think that works. So we are starting with Trill, I believe, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so just imagine you come home from a long day at work and there's another man in your house hanging with your kid, fixing cookies with your wife. And it's the neighbor. You just got done working 8 hours and your neighbor keyed up in a Hallmark movie type setting with your old lady and your son. The tragedy is how you can't react. You gotta play it cool. Think about what he did in the movie. He played it cool for the most part. He didn't blow up, right? Then some more shit happened, and the next thing you know, he tragically trying to fight the black mailman, light ass, skin ass Sinbad, over a toy in a goddamn store. You are a fool fighting over toys and Toys R Us. That's also another thing. Black Friday savings ain't what they used to be. Because the holiday sales used to be so good, you want to stomp a motherfucker out. Now the holiday sales is the same shit as everyday else. Shit changed. But back to my point. Point is, the tragedy was really how his wife was cucking his ass with the damn neighbor. That's the tragic part. The only good part of the movie is that his son saw him as a man that would do anything to protect his family and keep it together. That was why, we all cried at the end. But the tragedy was how he put up with that bullshit from his wife. I would have took that. Shit.
Okay.
I've taken pictures of y'all cooking cookies together and got alimony, and me and my son would have got a new lot. Tina.
All right. I think I'm gonna call time on you, Trill. I'm sorry. John, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. What is the most tragic moment for you? Alfie, do we have a minute on the clock? I forgot to ask you last time.
Oh. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dead Santa. Honestly, the most tragic part there. Just one dead Santa. All the other movies, Santa makes it through. He saves Christmas. Somebody saves him. Not this one. Santa's dead right in the beginning. And what does Tim Allen do? He loots the corpse. Finds the card and finds out he's been ringed. Now he's got the curse. He's been smiled. He is stuck with this until someone murders him, which apparently is going to be his kid, or maybe even Buddy later on. Who knows? All I know is he's got a big target on his back, and anybody that unknowingly wants to get at him has to take out the big guy to be the big guy. He is the number one headband.
All right.
That's all we got.
And Leo, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I already used the argument with the father and the bishop, so for mine, I'm gonna have to go with the ending where we see the German troops that are just gonna be immediately shipped out to the Eastern Front, but they're not allowed to see their families, and they're basically just being labeled as traitors without being known what really happened during that night on Christmas Eve. And that's like people to believe most of those lies back then is I think is more tragic. That's it.
Okay. All right. I mean, these are three very different answers. Very interesting answers. Mac, give us some facts.
Okay, cool. Let's start with my favorite one, the Santa Claus. I have said these are now. Let's start with my one opinion. Scott Calvin is the murderer because he killed the Santa Claus. And he also
Involuntary manslaughter.
Yeah, manslaughter. But he did he is wanted for identity theft.
He did rob.
So he should be in prison. So that's my opinion, but it should be facts. But that's a fact. Santa Claus. Holy fuck. There are several of these damn films.
There's 3, I believe.
Huh?
I believe there's 3 and a TV show.
Yeah, 3 on the TV show. Yeah, all starring Tim Allen, who is a snitch. And
That's a fact.
yeah, that is fact. That's a fact. He is a snitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just want to say that. And both of them are Santa Claus 2 and the Santa Claus 3, the Escape Clause. And yeah, the whole point of it is he killed Santa Claus. He technically killed Santa Claus and had to take over for Santa Claus. These are facts, people. I just want to give out the facts. So let's go with Jingle All the Way. So yes, you're right, Trill. He is trying to going home, and he is a workaholic. The whole premise of the film is he is a workaholic. He's not he's a workaholic. That's the point. He is a workaholic. All he cares about is work. And his son and he disappointed his son so many times, and he wants to get this one toy for him, which is Turbo Man. And he promised him, I promise I'm going to get you that toy. And he did it. But at the end of the film, it does have a jovial type of thing at the end. But it wasn't, there was nothing tragic. It was that he promised him. That's his fault. That's his damn fault. So I just want to put that out there. While you're right, it is tragic.
That's perspective. That's perspective. That's perspective. That's for the divorce lawyer to determine.
Well,
Thank you, Matt.
I do. On the point of divorce, I don't believe they are getting divorced in the movie.
No, they're not.
What I'm saying is he avoided divorce by being a good husband. What I'm saying is he did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a look in the mirror. Do I ever cross your mind?
Here's something funny though. So yeah, this is directed by Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus opted to cast Sinbad instead of Joe Pesci. So Joe Pesci was in the running for Sinbad's character, which I don't know if I can see Joe Pesci. I think it's a good move. But
I could see Joe Pesci doing it.
You could?
I can see Joe Pesci too, but Joe Pesci isn't 6'4" like Sinbad is.
Right.
So him going against Arnold Schwarzenegger would have been like a door type shit.
This is the fun fact I just
It
want
would
to
have been
put out
another
there.
twins.
Yeah, this is just a fun fact I want to put out there. That was all. It was filmed in Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. So there you go.
Yeah.
And
it takes place on one of the longest days of the year because there's about 40 hours of daytime in that movie based on what they do and how much they travel.
Yeah. Joy X Noel, aka
It's Jalux Noel.
Jalux Noel. Look, fuck it. Merry Christmas.
That's about as good as it's
Well,
gonna
I just translated that. True.
Merry Christmas in German was about the which is interesting because it was about the Christmas truce during World War I, which was interesting. It does tell the telling of them doing a ceasefire for Christmas, them getting together, them getting to know each other, all that. It was a jovial moment, a telling but telling us that even in war, we can have peace during that time, and it was very telling. It's a good telling tale of what war is hell, but even in war there is peace. So it's weird in a way, I guess, but yeah. It was released in France, Germany, United Kingdom, Belgium, Romania, and Japan, and it's in English, French, and German. The budget was $2
Okay, Mac, we don't need to know the budget. Okay.
It made $23 million back, so it wasn't a box office failure.
Irrelevant to the argument. Okay. Okay. I guess I will start this time. I mean, this was interesting because it is hard to compare the tragedy of becoming cursed with Santa or the potential of a divorce versus literal war. So I think for me, I kind of have to go with Jolux Noel because it is a very tragic true story, and they did just go right back to killing each other right after.
Yeah.
So like it like as peaceful as that moment in time might have been, it is a very tragic moment. It is a very tragic story. So that's what I'm going with. So, Mac, what do you think?
When I looked at this, I wanted to go with Santa Claus.
Yeah, I
really wanted to pick. I really wanted to go with Santa Claus. I want the Santa Claus.
It's terrible.
I wanted to go.
You, friend.
I did. He won't come to my house.
But as soon as I heard once I looked up what is this film is about and what it is, I was like, fuck, wow, that's tragic. Like, it's literally talking about World War One during the time. I mean, World War One was one of the most brutalest wars. They were in trenches, but it was a brutal ass war. From what I learned in history class. So them having that truce and them going back to just slaughtering each other is really tragic. Like, they literally got to know these people, get to know each other in the middle of the battlefield, got to talk to each other, got to know each other's family, and it was like, okay, truce is done, we're gonna go back shooting each other. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's
you got a job to do.
Leo, you get the point.
All right, Elfie, what did you think?
I think I'm gonna also have to go with Jolux Noel, just because of the simple truth of how tragic it is that such a thing really did happen. And, like Mac was saying, 1 minute, hey, everybody's cool, we're just going to sit, we're going to, visit with each other. Granted, what John said, they did have a job to do. But still, just the fact that something like that really did actually happen, I think is the real tragedy of the whole thing.
The fact that you got to know this person, and then you got to go through no man's land and then travel, and you find this, you got this one guy that you spent the time with during your Christmas, and then you just had to stab him with a bayonet. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, that's fucked up to me. That's fucked up.
It's like, time, we're buddies. Okay, time's back on. Boom.
Time back on. Time in. Like, that's fucked up. Sorry, buddy.
I have to say, I did really like John's point about his movie being the only one that Santa didn't survive.
Santa died.
Santa does die in his movie. It's the inciting incident.
Miss says I still stand by Home Alone.
I mean, that is a tragic story. That poor kid. His family hated him.
What happened? We forgot Kevin.
Again.
No, Kevin!
Kevin was a turd. Kevin was a little turd.
He was, to be fair. But still, I mean, he was a child.
But at the same time, how many kids are going to be as creative as he was trying to,
Yeah, that's how you get Saw.
Protect himself from
a little sociopath.
Wait, Saw's a Christmas movie, isn't it?
What?
Saw's a Christmas film?
No.
It's a Halloween film.
And I'm going to start this. I'm probably going to be regret saying this. I'll probably start an argument over it. But I'm sorry. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie either.
No, it's a Hanukkah movie.
Wrong. Ho, 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 I got a machine gun. Case
Ho
closed.
ho ho! I got a machine gun. You gotta say it like Alan. I got a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Okay. Speaking of Hanukkah films, let's move on to question 4.
Cat.
Oh yeah, Mac. You got to keep reminding me before I can move on.
Nah, I got you. I'm on it.
Okay. Well,
Did y'all just kick me from the party? Then get me back in the party? What the hell just happened?
did we kick you? I didn't kick you.
I didn't.
No, we didn't.
Son of a.
Real quick fun fact about Die Hard: when he drops from the window, and the look on his face, they told him they were going to give him up to the count of 3, and they dropped him early. So that shocked look on Alan Rickman's face was an actual, true, in the moment reaction to what happened.
I mean, it's one of the best shots in the movie. It's great. Okay, Mac.
But that's why they have an Advent tower for him.
Mac,
Mac, what-
is this why you wanted me to read the chat so I could talk
Yeah.
about the Star Wars Holiday Special? Because
Yeah.
you were in the chat flooding the chat with Holiday Special talk. We know there's a Wookiee jacking off. We saw it.
Don't remind me.
Not Christmas,
That's
though.
one I
That's
did
life
not
it.
know about, and I don't have any plans on watching it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Scary
Why
thought.
can't we see Grandpa's hands?
Grandpa was sitting there checking out like, oh.
Yeah, it's like Jefferson Starship or something, right?
Be Arthur.
Yeah, hey. She's pretty hot, man. Wookiee splooge. Okay. Come on, Mist.
It's awesome.
Keep it clean.
Hey, at least you said splooge. Let's respect that.
It's disgusting. Okay. Question 4. Mac, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay.
Ugh.
Question 4. Elfie, do you want to read this one? Do you have the questions?
I do have each screens here. The fun part is this one is it shows 1, 2, 4, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So
Good luck.
Which-
It's the one that says Hanukkah.
Matt can't spell or count.
Spelled Hanukkah
next
right.
question: what is the best film series to watch during Hanukkah?
Mac, you spelled Hanukkah right, so we'll give you a pass.
That's only because he fucking copied and pasted it.
Yeah, probably.
No fucking way he typed in that shit.
Okay.
I bet $20,000. Max, spell it right now.
You can't see him now, so he's probably reading off it.
See? That's what I'm saying.
I have a middle finger up, you know.
20 bands.
Oh,
Okay.
so Phil went last time, right? So I think it's
I think it should be John, right?
John's first.
Yeah. All right, John. What's your answer?
All right, I went with the Transformers series, specifically live action 2007 and beyond.
The Michael Bay Transformers, you can almost call them.
Yeah, there you go.
Although Bumblebee was not technically a Michael Bay movie.
That's what you wanted.
Hey, some of those movies are pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, and Leo.
For me, I went with An American Pickle for this choice.
An American Pickle. It's not a film series, but I'm interested.
Yeah, I misread
watch it
the
8
question
times.
and thought something that needed to be like Hanukkah related.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's
So
all
I'm
good.
probably not going to do well this round.
We'll see how it goes. If you watch it 8 times, it counts. All right, and Trill.
Star Wars, the proper answer.
Of course.
Star Wars.
This
I
is
mean,
somebody's-
there are 9
Yes.
movies in the main series, so you're gonna have to double up one day.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's only 6. 7 if you count Rogue One.
7 if you count Rogue One. Yeah, I guess. It all depends on perspective, you know? Okay. So, do we have a minute on the clock, Elfie?
Minute on the clock.
Okay.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
John?
Now, the nicest thing about the Transformers movies is that there's 8 of them. 8 Nights of Hanukkah, 8 Transformer movies. You'll watch one on each one. And, say what you will about the movies, some good, some bad. But the most important part of that is is that they are, in fact, an allegory for the plight of the Jewish people during Hanukkah. So you look at some correlations. So Cybertron, of course, is Judea, modern day Israel, and the Jewish people are the Autobots, led by Optimus Prime, who his Jewish equivalent is Matthias Optimus. Coincidence? I think not. But they are being persecuted. They are being destroyed by the Decepticons, or the Egyptians, if you will, and they are just trying to survive. They are trying to find peace. They're trying to live in harmony.
Time.
Okay. I mean, I love the argument so far.
Bro, oh my God. Can I give him my minute? Like, I need to hear more. I kid you not. You know, he's spitting the gospel.
I mean, you
I
had me
love
a
it.
Jews equal Autobots, you know?
Dude, me too. I was like, risque, but let's see how you do this one. Oh, wait, you would have had me more if you had been like, black man equals Autobots. All right, here we go.
We got
I beat
jazz.
it. At first, you had my interest. Now you got my attention.
All right, Leo, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, and Elfie, we got a minute.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, an American pickle surrounds a Jewish man played by Seth Rogen in the 1800s who falls to a vat of pickles and wakes up in the year 2021, and now has to not only reconnect with his great-grandson, but also has to adapt to a modern era. Now, I'm not Jewish, nor know anyone that is Jewish, but while trying to find the pop movie for Hanukkah, I did find some lighthearted moments in this that did show the warmth of the spirit of Hanukkah, such as falling into a vat of pickles waking up in modern America, and he has to make a pickle business from scratch. And if that's not like when the Maccabees rebuilt the discard temple from scratch, I don't know what is.
Oh, damn, you brought a prop.
That's it. And with a
Alright.
meat biting into a pickle.
Okay. Dude brought a pickle. I love it.
Well, I had to.
All right, Trill, are you ready?
Before I start, I didn't mean to be this offensive, but go ahead.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I thought Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, I actually thought they were opposites. I thought Kwanzaa was for Jewish people and Hanukkah was for the black people.
Oh no.
And me being a black person, Scott, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. I didn't know. It was Christmas, you know. So I did learn a lot of things, right? And I was trying to think of a series that, you know, had a lot of something you could watch every day to celebrate, you know, is something that y'all went through. And I was like, damn. First of all, I see why all Jewish people become the cookout after finally figuring out more about y'all, what y'all been through and stuff like that. It was very something I could relate to. So I would say, you know how like the Jedi like go through like a long journey and through a certain perspective, their religion can be viewed as good or bad.
Okay. I mean,
That's so fair.
I'm seeing Jedi equals Jews, and I'm liking that too. This is a great question for me, like personally.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna correct it. I'm gonna let it go.
Okay, are you guys ready to fight it out?
You.
All right, Elfie.
3, 2, 1, have at it.
Fuck Seth Rogen.
Oh shit.
Okay. Strong statement to start off with. I like it though. Let's know where we're at. Holy fuck.
Oh crap! My microphone was off. Anyway, my question was: how does Star Wars connect to the cultural or the ties to Jewish identity or Hanukkah?
Ooh, I knew you were gonna ask that. So I was ready. So imagine, right? You and your homeboy pull up to negotiate some type of trade negotiation with this trade federation, right? Only for them to lock you in a room with a whole bunch of droids and try to kill you. So now your homeboy gotta go heads up. But then you hide in a cargo ship. After you have the cargo ship, you get out, you meet a native. The native takes you to his hometown. In his hometown, he's kind of ostracized, one would say, right? After that, you meet the royal people. Turns out the royal people don't think too highly of the natives, but they actually kind of need each other to solve the overall problem. So, from an outsider's perspective, once he brought y'all together, y'all kind of found harmony across the entire planet. And that was able to rebel, you know, the bad guy, at least for the first episode. I feel like that's kind of the same thing.
All right. And how does Transformer like connect to the cultural or ties to Jewish identity and Hanukkah for that matter?
Well, I put that in the minute that that there's one group against the other with the Decepticons / Egyptians versus the Jewish Autobots. That Cybertron used to be a peaceful place. Then the Decepticons came in and occupied that, and they were taking it over. They were driving the Autobots out of Cybertron, so they had to leave. And more importantly, too, Energon is the equivalent of the oil. That there's a limited supply of Energon. They had to find more. They had to make what they found lasted. They had to make their Energon last over 8 movies, much akin to making the oil in the lamp last 8 nights.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna go. I pick my movie with the Jewish.
Find all his,
I'm gonna check my movie that because it has like Jewish culture and history that does directly like engage with the themes of Jewish identity and tradition, where there's Star Wars / the personal, cultural, as well as faith-based dimensions that do need.
You're gonna watch your movie 8 times, bro.
And Transformers just focus on giant robot battles that has less connection to Hanukkah themes.
I can't even jack off 8 times and be satisfied the same way I did the first time. Get the hell out of here with that. And the Transformers movies, actually, that's actually a good choice. I ain't got no shit to talk about you. I fuck the Transformers movies. They all got hot chicks in them. The robots is cool. And I didn't know there was 8 of them. And it was 8 days. So I feel like you're good. But you ain't fucking with Star Wars, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Star Wars is the shit. It's the shit. It's about religion and shit. When with that religion, Jewish people, Judaism is a religion. You know what I'm saying? And some people have, feel a certain way about religion. So I feel like it's 1 for 1, like, not 1 for 1, but like, it's as close as you want to get to watching it without watching it.
True.
Sure, it may be entertaining, but I don't see them as resonating with all these deeper significance for that matter.
I do feel like
your shit just kind of jokey, just for one jokey thing. Like, at least with me and his shit, like, you can actually go to different.
It's time, guys. Y'all need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Matt, come on. You're supposed to be on top of that shit. You're the one
I'm trying my best. I'm stat checking. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
you ain't checking facts. You on Pornhub. I can see your phone flexing your glasses.
Look at those.
Before you check facts,
it says Zion's girl. I can see it on your fucking lenses.
Does anybody have a question for this round?
What a lotion at? Mac, that's my question. Dry dick motherfucker. What you doing?
Oh.
I'm a Jew. I got a question.
Please. I'll fuck this up. Thank God.
All right. This is gonna be an easy one for Leo to answer, but who is the most Jewish character? Take that however you want.
No, bro. No, you can't give me that question, dude. You got please. If I'm ever to have a career on the internet, please.
You gotta say Watto.
All right.
All right, we don't have to do that if it could get potentially offensive. I don't know. I don't care, but the internet, they might. Mac, what do you think? This is your channel.
What I think? What
is most Jewish character gonna get your channel in trouble?
I don't know, but let's not attempt it.
Okay, let's bypass that question. Anybody else?
Let's bypass it. I don't know. That's teeter-tottering the way racism. So yeah, let's not do that.
Like, imagine if it was like something for like, I always do like, I ask myself if it was like most blackest character. So that's why I was like, nah, I don't want to answer that one. Just because.
I hear you.
when you put yourself in it, then it's
Asking
easier
for
you.
trouble.
Yeah,
When you
know
have
what
to
I'm saying?
tippy toe that hard around something, it's probably best not brought up on the channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been throwing jokes out all day, so I had to be real careful with the way y'all try to answer this last question. That shit was a landmine.
You want to get? We can give him like a rebuttal.
You want to just give him a minute to
Yeah,
rebut?
just give him a minute rebuttal. We could do that. Yeah.
All right. Wait, do they fight it out, or we give them each a minute?
Yeah, we give him each a rebuttal, just
Alright,
like a
yeah.
reason, like a final thought.
Yeah. Well, all right. We will start with John, I believe, right?
So, do we need a timer on this one?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna need a minute.
A minute? Alright. John, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Folks, I know there's a lot of movies out there that you can watch. There's a lot of movies that you can watch with your loved ones. There's family movies. There's horror movies. But I implore you, give Transformers a chance. It's the movie that can bring families together through love of robots finding each other, turning into things, and coexisting with humans. Plus some fun songs. Megan Fox is nice to look at, and there's even some potty humor in there too. So it's got something for everyone. Not every movie is going to be great. Like every Christmas, every holiday may not be great.
All right. I believe Leo's next, right?
All right, my 1 minute rebuttal.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. Go.
Okay. In all seriousness, sorry, tickle my throat. Anyway, one moment I really liked in this one is the ending, where it is worth watching, where you see like Herschel and the son visit the family's graveyard, and it shows the Star of David, and it's all cleaned up, and it's a nice moment. And I guess you could say like mirrors like Hanukkah's focus on honoring the past, like preserving traditions and remembering those who came before us. It's just supposed to remind you just like importance of like family and the cultural themes of the holiday. That's it.
All right. I love that you're punctuating everything with the pickle. It's great.
Well, I have to. It's an American pickle.
It is. All right, Trill, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
So I got introduced watching Star Wars with my dad and my family for the first three, and then the second three, my dad and I watched all of them. Went to see the theater for all of them, and then when I had a child, we sat down and watched all 8. And then when I had a family, we watched all of them. And then me and my dog watched a couple of them so far this year. So it's a good way to pass the time with your family and just enjoy something that's iconic and won't offend anybody and will leave you feeling better than when you sat down. That's why I choose Star Wars. Because it takes you to a place far, far away. And that's all I got.
All right. Solid arguments from everybody. I appreciate everybody being.
Time.
Know. Oh, sorry. I stepped on your time.
Oh God, that was funny.
I'm a terrible host.
You're doing great.
Am I?
You're doing amazing.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're just saying that because I'm voting on this. All right. Mac, give us some facts.
All right, facts. The menus. I was just sandwiching. So let's see. Let's start with the American Pickle. Starring Seth Rogen. Who is himself classifies himself as Jewish.
Yes, he is a
did say
classified
that.
Jew. That is true.
Huh?
He is classified
Yeah,
as Jew. That is true.
He's classified as a Jew. So this is a fact. I just want to put that in the fact. He's playing his religion, so that's interesting. Also produced by the big three of his friends, which is Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen. So basically, he did put his emphasis on this, and it was intentionally released on the Sony Series for the release from Warner Brothers. It's on HBO Max if you want to watch it. It is about it's about a struggling Jewish laborer in Eastern Europe who immigrated to America, and he wakes up. You're correct. He is exactly as he said. Those are fact. That's factually correct. Star Wars. So, yeah. Fuck.
Don't start reading the plot of Star Wars, Mac.
I am not going to read the plot of Star Wars, but I will say this. I do not know the watch hours, but I don't know what Trill is going by. But I don't know what Trill really want to say.
There's 6 movies, Rogue One, and then the Star Wars special makes 8.
Star Wars special.
Yeah, the holiday special.
The holiday special.
The old one.
The one where the Wookiee
celebrate
jacks off.
Life Day.
Yeah, I that's a long time, buddy. That's a long time.
It's 8 days.
I don't know the
holiday's
exact
8 days.
Timing. Huh?
The holiday is 8 days.
No, I'm talking about all the movies within the hours. How many hours would it take? That's like so many hours of film to watch.
Yeah, but you have a day to watch each movie.
Yeah, that is true. You can watch each movie. So if we're going by the standards of Hanukkah, you're correct. You can watch each film starting from Attack of the Clones all the way to Rise of Skywalker. So you
I don't know
can
what
technically
What is
do it.
Attack of the Clones?
Huh?
What is Attack of the Clones?
I mean, Phantom
Is it
Menace.
Trill again?
Phantom Menace.
Yeah,
What-
he dropped again, I think. Yeah, he
Yeah,
dropped.
I dropped Phantom Menace. I'm
what
sorry.
is this Phantom Menace?
No, Thrill dropped.
Yeah, we lost Trill.
Oh, I'm sorry. He'll be back. I'll get him. Sorry.
I don't know what this Phantom Menace you talked about is, Matt.
Well, he'll be back. It's just dropped some on the call.
It's the first Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
What? No, the first one was Episode 4, New Hope.
No.
Why would Episode 4 be the first one?
It
It's
says it
Episode
right
1,
here.
obviously.
It says it right here, Phantom Menace. If you go by timeline. So yeah,
That's the internet. That's fake news.
it's not fake news. It was episode 1. So
Read
Well, here's the thing. It's Hanukkah. You can watch it in any order you want.
yeah, you can machine it. So it doesn't matter. You can watch it, but you can technically watch it in
You
that
start with
order.
the holiday special, and then you work your way out.
Why do we have to watch that? Transformers. Michael Bay Transformers. Now, here's the funny thing. You're saying probably Michael Bay directed pretty much all the Transformers. This is false. Michael Bay directed 1 through 5. Travis Knight directed 6. And Stephen Caple Jr. directed the 7th one. So, technically, Michael Bay only directed 5. I just want to get that factually corrected on here.
He directed the
5
bulk
of
of
those.
the series, and he produced, I think, all of them since the first movie.
These are true. He did produce pretty much the rest. So that is true.
Yeah.
The runtime, funny thing, I got the runtime. All 7 films will take,
Why do we need runtime, Mac?
because I want to make sure you're going to know this. To watch all 7 films, it will take you 1,002 minutes to watch all those films.
Or 8 days.
Exactly. Those are the facts I have for the film.
Alright. Well, the chat has been talking, and Mist is fighting for 8 Crazy Nights. Which, I mean, another classic Jewish movie.
I
It's
picked
also the
Bloodsport.
most- Bloodsport?
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to do with Hanukkah?
Um,
We'll talk about that after. We don't.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. I got my reasons. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, and yes, Wookiee Cum is better than Wookiee Splooge, in my opinion. And yes, Adam Sandler is a Class A Jew. Thank you, Mist. All right. So, who's Mac? We're gonna start with you this time.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me.
Yeah, we're fine with you.
So, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Uh, hmm.
In my opinion, there's a clear answer.
I know.
As a Jew, I just want to say that.
I'm gonna go with the oddball answer. I'm gonna go for John. John, I feel like 7 films, 7 nights to craziness.
8.
It's just bullshit. I cannot go through Star Wars 7 times in a row. I need some
8.
8.
Like Hanukkah.
Fuck. Well, you can count Bumblebee, right? I'm going with it. Fuck it. I'm just gonna pick them.
Okay, Elfie, what do you think?
Oh. I think
Elfie, you there?
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. My mind has been acting weird tonight. I am gonna go with. We're flashing that 8 up there. 8 movies. Strangely enough, I think I'm gonna go with the American Pickle. Just
Okay.
different.
American
You
Pickle
went with
8
the oddest.
times.
You went with the obvious answer. Damn it.
I mean, look, I have to say, I do love American Pickle. That was a very fun movie. I really enjoyed it. And Seth Rogen is actually very good in it, in both roles. So this one's going to come down to me, though. Okay, and like I said, I think there is a clear answer, and I agree with Mac. I think it's John. I think it's the Transformers. The way he connected it to the Jews was perfect. I loved it. The Energon being the oil. I was fully on board the entire time. I liked it a lot.
I was like, I don't know how he's gonna win this.
Yeah.
But he sold me. I was like, there's no chance that hell John's winning this.
Yes.
And then he came up with that bullshit, and I was like, oh, I'm picking John.
But I have to say, I have actually watched Star Wars around like Hanukkah time. I don't know if I did it as like a 1-for-1 for Hanukkah, but I did watch it at Hanukkah time, and it does make a good Hanukkah series. So, good answers all around, but I'm giving it to John for this one. All right, so John, you're on the board, and
So
come.
my explanation for Bloodsport, he kicks that guy 8 times. So there.
You would have lost, Mac. If that was your only argument, you would have lost. All right, Mac, are you...
Look, I went for my crazy answer, so that's my crazy answer.
Okay, it's a crazy answer, and it would have lost, Mac. I'm sorry.
Also, he does the splits 8 times.
He doesn't do it 8 times. All right, Mac, are you ready with question 5?
I will be ready with question that.
Okay.
Give me a second. The final question of the night. Give me a second. Question 5. Final question of the night.
Okay,
And we will
question.
determine who is the champion.
It will determine our champion for the night and going forward.
No, for Gamer.
For Gamer Mania. Gamer
No,
Mania.
not for Gamer Mania. For.
Okay. Remember
Oh boy, did it freeze? Oh, there we go. Okay. In honor of Terrifier 3, we would like to know, what is the best Christmas horror film? Alright, and we started with John last time. So I believe we are back to Leo, right?
I think we're back to Leo.
Yes, we're back to Leo on this one. Alright, so Leo, what did you choose?
I chose Black Christmas from 1974.
Yes. Classic horror film. Alright. And I'm all screwed up. Who's next? Mac?
Trill.
Is it Trill?
I
Alright.
think it's real.
Trill?
I chose. Wait, I don't remember what I chose. What did I choose?
You chose Gremlins.
Gremlins. Play the reel.
Jackson! Yay!
Isn't that Gremlins 2?
That's Gremlins 1.
That's
Daffy.
Gremlins 1?
That's Gremlins 1. Daffy was in Gremlins 1. Daffy.
Okay.
I remember Gremlins. I watch Gremlins for Christmas. It's my Christmas tradition. That is fucking Daffy.
Okay, I'll take your word. And John, what did you pick?
The only obvious choice, Santa's Sleigh.
I believe that's starring Bill Goldberg.
It did.
A Jew.
It did.
A Jew playing Santa. I love it. And killing people. All right.
Yeah, look at him drink that. Look at Santa.
Yeah, he's going in, man.
He is.
All right. Elfie, do we have the timer ready?
Minute timer, correct?
Minute timer. Yes.
3,
Liam?
1. You ready, Liam?
Yep, I'm ready.
Go.
This movie was directed by Bob Clark, the same guy that did A Christmas Story, ironically. And the reason why I picked this movie is because it builds suspense, paranoia, dread, all without having to rely on gore, and it uses that suspense over shock value. In fact, this Black Christmas predates Halloween and established a lot of tropes that are like in the slasher genre, including the anonymous killer, the final girl, and even the holiday-themed horror. And its influence has been seen in countless films, and it yet retains its originality. And that's about it on my end.
Right?
Okay.
Awesome.
Trill, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so Gremlins is just creepy as fuck. Like, not just on like a basis of like just one movie, but every movie they made is creepy. The toys are creepy, the merchandise is creepy, the trailer was creepy, everything about Gremlins is creepy. The product is gross. I don't know how people find those things cute. I can't even look at like troll dolls the same because they have the same fur as the Gremlins. Like, it just scarred me for like a lifetime. I remember me trying to sit down and watch it for the show probably 3 days ago, and I couldn't get through more than 30 minutes of it. It just kept giving me the fucking creeps. It was like automatic little stuffed fucking Gremlins. It was gross. Or then they had like the goopy, drippy, snot-looking ones and shit in later fucking movies. I don't know. That's actually horror. That shit's scary. It being nasty and shocking and gory and terrifying
Time.
with a little sprinkle of humor.
All right. And John, are you ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1, go.
Santa's Sleigh is honestly an amazing movie. It features Bill Goldberg as Santa, and it's an interesting take on Santa. He lost a game with an angel, and he's cursed to be a good guy for 1,000 years, bringing toys, love, and merriment to all children. Well, the movie takes place when that time limit gets up, and then he just goes back to murdering. One of the funnest moments in the film is right in the beginning when there's just a house full of just the most awfulest people. It's like, I wish these people would die. Santa Blige just comes and kills all of them. It has some wonderful, like, D-list to B-list star power. It has James Caan, Chris Kattan, Fran Drescher, Dave Thomas, and just a fun group of people. Just bring like a horror movie of Santa killing people, just a light-hearted name.
Time.
All right. Are you guys ready to fight this one out?
You.
All right.
3.5 minutes, correct, Scott?
Correct.
3, 2, 1, start the bloodbath.
And speaking of bloodbath, I think my killer is a lot more terrifying because you never see the killer's face. In fact, we don't know if the killer is actually all that there. He just calls himself Billy, but well, we know he's just a psychopath just running around. In fact, the fact he never gets caught is much more terrifying.
Okay, so Santa doesn't get caught either. He lives. He makes it back. He's going to get on a plane back to the North Pole. So he survives. He hasn't learned his lesson. He's still a bad guy. And
Well, your film is more like comedy horror, but mine's just horror.
it's still horror. It's still horror. He's still killing people. He's
So was my guy. He's stabbing people, suffocating them, and the traumatic conflict so long without any music whatsoever.
I'm not saying it's not a horror movie, but it feels like a movie. It's Christmas theme, but I feel like it's something you could watch really any time. Meanwhile, Santa's sleigh specifically around Santa, so it feels very in place to watch during the Christmas season. Something you can get together with your friends and have a good laugh at, and that's what I feel the most important thing about a Christmas horror movie is bringing people together.
Well, what if I want to find something that I don't want to laugh at? Maybe I do want to find something that's like a truly scary Christmas horror movie, that's my Christmas
Gremlins. Gremlins is a truly terrifying Christmas horror.
Gremlins is not scary.
Yes, it is. How is it not scary? What? How is that? A man
First off, you got like a bunch of little green,
it's not scary to me. You're gonna have to score it with me. I'm a grown ass man.
It's mischievous. It's mischievous hijinks with consequences.
Yeah, got no time for no.
How is hijinks terrifying?
That's scary. That's what?
How is hijinks terrifying?
Running across the floor would be terrifying. That would be way more scary to me than some man whose face I'd never see creep slowly closer to me while the girl I'm dating falls over. Fuck no. Okay? I own a gun.
So you'd be one saying okay with some guy
scenarios.
creeping up behind you going, Agnes, it's me, Billy.
And honestly, Gremlins
That's why
is a movie about people
we're Americans.
fucking around and finding out.
You know what I'm saying? Like Santa, you breaking the crib.
Rules for
Better
Gremlins.
come see me. I understand you're supposed to be that dude, but came in my house. I'm Kevin
honestly,
McAllister.
who decided midnight? Who decides midnight for that? Even there's even a midnight debate in my thing where Santa's like, you know what? The time is really subjective. It ends when I want it to end. But meanwhile, there's somehow these gremlins have these Mogwai have some sense of time. They're like, okay, well, it's after midnight.
Didn't they explain that in Gremlins too? Like,
didn't
one of
say
them
my
like
movie was
crossing
the
a
most
time
logical.
zone. There's always nightmares
I said
somewhere.
I said my movie was terrifying. That's all it was. The question is not whose movie is most logic. We're talking about logic. Santa Claus isn't a real thing.
What?
Yeah, and also, people own guns. That's why serial killers don't really get off like that. Especially
Oh,
not
for this
my
one, my serial
shit.
killer wasn't caught. The thing is, they got the wrong guy.
Time.
Damn, what a note to end on. All right. Does anybody have a question for this round?
Who's been putting the presents under my tree?
Fuck it out.
It's funny, people always try to discuss whether or not Santa's real or not. I'm Elfie, who knows that elves really aren't real? You never know.
Fuck.
All right. Here's a question. What is the most horrifying scene in your film?
Wait, what was the question?
What was your most horrifying scene in your film?
Most horrifying scene. Okay. Leo, I guess we're going to be starting with you. And Elfie, do we have a minute on the clock?
3, 2, 1, go.
The most horrifying scene for me is definitely the ending, where like the police like shoot like the guy they think is a killer because like his pass, and it's like, well, case closed. We don't have to worry about this anymore. And then the lead character goes to bed, but then like we hear a voice that, Agnes, it's me, Billy. I'm back. And then like we see like this zoom out, and we see also a shot of the first girl that was killed, that was suffocated, as she's still in the attic and nobody has still found her body. And you can only imagine what the killer's gonna do to the lead girl. And that ending scene is terrifying. That's it for me.
Alright.
Cool. All right. And Trill, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I think there's a scene, I don't know if it's specifically from, I think it was, it has to be in the first one, where like one of the little things pops out of someone's stomach or some shit, right? Like he's eating one of them. Yeah, like I don't. That the little gremlin plus blood is just, it's too much. It literally makes me want to vomit just thinking about it. Those things are so fucking creepy. God, I don't know how people watch that. I can't make it. Maybe it's just me, but I can't make it through the movie. I'm like, no, I can't. It looks like a lot of times some of them look like old man's ball hair and like skin stretched over a hamster. No, or like a skinless cat, wings covered in slime. It's gross. It's just nasty. That just smells weird. But I ain't got nothing else. So that's what's up.
Question. You said gremlin popping out of somebody's stomach, right?
Time.
No, I didn't say that.
What you were saying?
I didn't say anything.
I mean, what was your scene? I was trying to get your scene.
Oh, him eating somebody.
Gremlin's eating somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. Eating something. I don't know. He was eating something. I didn't like it. I couldn't watch it. Yeah.
Okay. John, are you ready?
Yep.
Small things.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I'd say Santa Slade, it's not an overly gory movie. But I'd say the scene that you're kind of the most tragic, horrifying, and stuff like that is when the main character finds his boss at the deli, Mr. Green, dead. He's been impaled on the wall with a menorah, which just not a fun way to go starting. But turns out he's still alive. He's still alive. Manages to get out a cheesy one-liner. Yes, Nicholas, there is a Santa Claus, and then just fucking dies. To that part, skeeves me out because I just imagine like, okay, the other people, you're dead. But something like that where you're still alive and you have just a big piece of metal just through your neck, pinning you to the wall, just grosses me out in a medical way.
Okay. All right, Mac. We got any facts?
So, let's start off with Santa Slay. Under the genre, horror comedy.
Horror.
Put that out there, John.
Yep, horror.
Horror comedy. So it is true that North Pole under surname Satan Nicholas. So that is true. It's played by Goldberg, so he does this iconic line at the end. Who's next? If you don't know wrestling, that's a term that he used all the time. Also, it stars Fran Drescher, so yeah, there's that. Gremlins. Sure, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. These are fucking adorable. You're talking about the picture of him you're talking about them eating jelly beans and candy. That was a funny moment. I laughed. I laughed at that. That was pretty cool. I didn't think it was sick. It was just funny. Yeah, I'll admit that this is true. They do have a kill count because they do kill a lot of people in that town. They kill a bunch of people. I would say only technically, I think in the kill count there was like literally 5 people they killed. Probably 5. I know for a fact they killed that old lady that they slinged her out the daggone house on that daggone. That's a fact. She did. So yeah, and also Gremlins got the sequel called The New Batch, and Joe Dante directed it. It was also helped produced by, I feel like it's also written by Christopher Columbus, who was also made another film on this list, which was Jingle All the Way, which is funny. It goes with your thing.
Also made Home Alone.
Yeah, goes with your thing. This is also a horror comedy. Just want to let you know. It's a black comedy, actually. Black comedy.
It's a horror
Not
comedy.
comedy.
Mac, it's a horror comedy. It's a horror. It counts.
It's a horror film. Steven Spielberg also was an executive producer in this film. Black Christmas. Yeah, you're absolutely right with the ending. Yes, the corpse is in the attic, and he did Lily whisper it. It was fucked up. That was what Margot Kidder and John Sexton starred in this film. If you don't know who Margot Kidder is, she was Lois Lane, and John Sexton also was in not only Enter the Dragon, he was also in Nightmare on Elm Street. So if you don't know that, there's another reference. Bob Clark, who, yes, directed A Christmas Story, also directed Murder Decree, Tribute, and a little film called Porky's. That's
Okay,
all
so he's made like one good movie?
Huh?
So he's made like one good movie, Black Christmas?
Christmas Story is good. Fuck you.
Okay.
Porky's, I'll give you that one. But that's all I have.
Okay. We started with you last time, so Elfie, we are going to start with you this time. Who do you think won?
I think I'm going to have to go with John on this one. The idea of Santa going out and killing people is just too much.
All right. Santa as a killer gets one vote. All right. I guess I will go next.
I can go next. I'll let you go last.
Well, I think I went last time.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go this time.
All right.
Yeah. I think I was definitely freaked out by Gremlins growing up. I used to think they were creepy to the point where I like avoided that movie for a long time, and so I definitely. I see where Trill is coming from as far as it being, a horror movie. Even though I think a lot of people do consider it more of a comedy, it's like these are monsters. They're killing people. This is a horror. It's got horror elements. It's a horror movie. Same with Santa's Sleigh. Even if it does lean into the comedy of it all, they are horror films. But that being said, I think I am going to go with Black Christmas because it is the most traditional horror film of the three, and I mean the fact that it is kind of like so seminal in the slasher genre, it kind of helped create the genre as it is. I do also find it creepy when you don't like get all of the details, where you don't see the killer's face, where the killer gets away with it, and yeah, he's right, that end scene is pretty scary. So Leo gets my vote for this one. All right, Mac.
First of all, Gremlins is not scary. I watched it as a kid. I laughed my ass off at that film. I love Gremlins, and I love the new batch. I love Gremlins to death. I thought it was a comedy. I thought they were cute. Daffy is a good one, but I love the Stricker Gremlin, even though that was a new batch. But how do you not find any joy in hi ho, hi ho? They're literally singing Sleeping Beauty. That was awesome. That's not scary. That was just awesome. That was funny as hell. They were built for comedy. So Trell, yeah, you were not getting that point on me. This was a funny comedy. So it came down between Santa's Sleigh and Black Christmas. John, I agree that there are some elements in your film, but I feel like the problem with your film is I felt like it was too on the nose with the comedy because of Bill Goldberg. Because Bill Goldberg was just doing his one-liners that he used to do. So I like I said, it does work, but I feel like Bill Goldberg literally takes you away from it. Black Christmas is a fucked up film, and it literally makes your skin crawl a little bit every time you watch it. The way it's filmed, the way the killer does, the way the killer is like
breathing in the phone as you're talking to them, that's literally like creepy. It's creepy as fuck. It makes you creepy. It makes you feel uncomfortable the whole time you're watching the damn film, and the ending makes you feel uncomfortable. It's a really, really. Sometimes you forget this is a Christmas. It's not only a horror film. You forget it's a Christmas film, but it is a Christmas film because it is Christmas around it. So with that said, I gotta go with Leo on this.
All right. And with that, Leo, you are our champion. Yes, Leo won.
I can't scream that much because I'm pretty sure everyone in my family's asleep at this point.
And he's respectful of his family. A true champion all around.
Yeah.
All right. So that is our fight. Everybody did great. Everybody got on the board, which doesn't always happen, Mac.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
I have definitely gotten shut out before. So
I have too.
yeah, good fights all around. Good picks all around.
Transformers.
Hmm? I mean,
So what?
the Transformers. That one really got me. It's good. I might actually watch it for Hanukkah this year.
Yeah. When I first heard that last question, I thought Black Christmas is. No offense, it wasn't no bias. I thought unless Leo fucked this up early, Black Christmas should win. Unless he fucked.
Well, I could have picked the 2019 Black Christmas.
Could have, and that would have fucked you up.
Yes.
I definitely would have picked John. John would have won. Like I was like, oh, John get my pick, but. The fact that you picked the right one.
The 2019 one is more like it's much better as it shows that's one male possible role model in the film. Well, actually, there is one, but he's dressed like Bill Cosby for some reason.
Really, I think you could have really like you not only hit the home run, but you could have like destroyed their argument by saying the most iconic scene where literally her like the first killing literally wrapped in paper. Like
and it's all like silent and just like you hear no music, you just feel like someone suffocating.
Yeah,
it's just like and just like sits on that shot, but it's just like dead rocking back and forth.
It's like her
this.
rocking in the chair like that. That was fucked up. Like
that is just damn.
Yeah, that was fucked up. So yeah, that was an instinct. That's literally the cover of the film. I mean, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, that's gonna do it for us though tonight. I mean, this is what else do we have left for Gamer Mania, Mac?
What else we have left for Gamer Mania? Tomorrow we have a tag-in episode.
We got the tag-in tomorrow.
And Monday is the main event, Gamer Mania itself.
Gamer Mania on Monday. So we got 2 events left. Tune in for those. Leo, since you won, you got any plugs? Let's start with you.
Well, I did some reviews on my YouTube channel, but sadly I haven't been doing that. But I have been doing some editing for a few other YouTubers and also Twitch streamers. Mostly one known as Aki Dave. And even though like he hasn't made videos as I help him with his Spider-Man gaming retrospective, he has been doing streaming based on the horror games that's just randomly selected on his wheel. And as for another person who I helped edit was TJ Pascal, and they've been doing plays of Elden Ring. And they're fun to watch, and I highly recommend them both.
Very cool. All right. John, where can people find you?
Hey, folks. I'm John. If you're in Green Bay next weekend, come see the John Brunich Christmas special. It's at Comedy City in De Pere, and it's the Christmas special featuring me, John Brunich. After that, I'm going to be hunting down Santa Claus so I can gain his powers and have unfettered access into your homes.
You're going to have to fight me for it, man. We're gonna end up in a Highlander situation.
There
can be
only one.
Love that movie.
Here we are.
Oh, we're in Macy's Hollow Ground.
All right, Trill, where can people find you?
Well, as the viewing audience knows, I've taken quite a time and a break away from streaming, but every Tuesday, if you're in the Charleston area, you can catch me at a brewery called A High Score. They have an open mic there. It's comedy night. I do a 5-minute set every Tuesday at high school in Charleston, South Carolina. Starts at 7. Come on in, get a beer, make a friend.
Very cool. All right, Elfie?
I don't stream yet, but I am hoping to in the future. However, you can occasionally catch me as some kind of a mind here from Mac in this channel. I'm also a moderator for The Reluctant Hermit and for Razor Rob, who you will occasionally see here in Gamer's Grudge. I am listed as Elfie the Little Fox here on Twitch, in Discord, and on TikTok as well.
All right. And I will let Matt go last. You can find me here on this channel sometimes. Streaming games now on here with Mac. Next, Mac is going to be playing Legend of Zelda. And after that, I will be playing a game called Spanky's Quest that I saw on the Switch on the SNES collection. And it looked fun. It had a monkey with a banana on it, so I'm going to play it. Other than that, yeah, I guess you can find me on Twitter, or whatever it's called now, at Chewbacca Defense. Oh, and also, go buy Trink Bell's merchandise and go watch her streams at twitch.tv/Trink Bell.
Make sure you go get the stuff because it's awesome.
Hell
like
yeah.
this cup.
Very, very nice shirt.
Very,
Great design.
very awesome cup. I'm gonna put some coffee in this. This is awesome.
All right, Mac.
Oh.
Mac, where can the people find you?
You can follow me at Tampa Buck Fan 88. You can also follow us at GG Game Fixers. We are on TikTok, Instagram. Go follow us. If you're GF1 or Game Fixers, that is us more than likely. So make sure you go follow us there. Make sure you come like Scott said. Make sure you come back not only tomorrow, come back Monday. Also, come back Wednesday because I am going to be playing Zelda this time. Now, I know how to play Zelda, but you know, that's during my free time. But now I have Scott in here literally doing everything. And eventually we're gonna have Franny on to do some games too. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm actually trying to talk Franny into literally me playing Silent Hill 2 and her just watching me play Silent Hill 2. So we're doing that too. So make sure you go watch that. Also, make sure you go side to I got Miss in here talking about DTH games. So make sure you go follow DTH Games. DTH Games at twitchtv.com. Make sure you go follow them there. She's probably going to put the link in the description below. Make sure you go follow them. We'd love for you to go follow them. They're playing Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know what they're playing next time, but they were playing it last week. So
I was playing last night with them. Yeah, a lot of fun.
They were playing it last night. I don't know if they're playing that again, but make sure you go follow them. I don't know the schedule, but make sure you go follow them too. And
my favorite quote from streams for DTH Games: "I am Jan Sakai."
What else? Anything else? Oh yeah, Saturday. GF1 Erotica, well, GF1 podcast, GF1 Erotica. We're doing that.
That's
guys.
next Saturday, to be
next
clear.
Saturday. I'm making sure people know because I want to make people happy. Next Saturday is the GF1 podcast, Erotica. You know it's coming. And this year we're doing something a little different. I said it in the chat, but I'm going to remind people what we're doing this year. This year we're taking an anime. Any existing anime. It doesn't matter what existing anime you pick. It cannot be hentai. It must be an existing anime. And you have to put Santa in there and turn it into an erotica. So any existing anime that exists, not hentai.
I'm going with Grave of the Fireflies.
There.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm going
That'd be terrible. That'd be so bad.
I'm going High School of the Dead, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not going to spoil it on this stream. People will see.
We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. Santa motorboats the woman. All right. So, this week you go see that. That's all I have to say, people.
All right. Cool. Well, thank you all for joining us. That will conclude Digital Beatdown Gamer Mania. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
End screen. that too. Yeah. I watched. I was looking back at the video, and you could barely hear you at times. Or if you're not gonna wear a headset, you gotta be aware and actually go up to your mic and talk into your mic, man. Okay, well then it is your responsibility to make sure that we can hear you. You can always just plug it in, yeah, if it's running low. Yeah, I can't. I tried doing the Raycons on these shows for a while, and I would always it would be dead by the end.